In today's video, we're going to take a look at some particular chord voicings that are used by some of my favorite modern guitarists like Julian Lage and Gilad Hekselman. They have a really beautiful sound to them, and they're actually not too hard to get under your fingers on the guitar. So stay tuned, and let's talk a little bit about some spread triads. So in previous videos I've talked about spread triads, but mostly in a linear context where we're kind of doing this. And if you haven't seen those videos, that's totally okay, because we're not talking about linear ones today. We're talking about playing them in harmony. So what is a spread triad? A spread triad, or an open voiced triad, is a triad where you basically increase the space of the intervals in the chord. So for example, if I were to play a root position A major closed position triad, so I get A, C sharp, E here. If I wanted to make this is closed position because all of the notes are contained within one octave. And so what we're going to be looking at today is voicings where we take the second note of the chord, so in this case it's the third. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the middle of the chord and I'm going to put it up an octave, and that leaves me with this. And the beautiful thing about this is it just opens up the intervals of the chord, and so everything kind of gets more space. And these are chords that I think are really beautiful, because back when I was first kind of getting into harmony on the guitar and expanding my knowledge there, I feel like I thought triads were, boring and basic, for lack of a better word. And this is a way to kind of really sap some goodness out of these voicings. So let's take a look at some root position, third and bass, and fifth and bass open spread triads that we can play on the guitar to sound like Julian Lage and Gilad Hekselman. So for our root position chords, we're going to be starting in the key of, let's do G. And, well, actually, we're going to do A flat. We're going to do A flat so that we fret every note. Now, this does come with a little disclaimer where I like to finger them like this. If this is too big of a reach for you, you can take this E flat. So rather than doing 4, 1, and then 5, way up there, rather than doing that, you can do it like this, where it's like a power chord on the bottom, and then you get this C on top. That is perfectly acceptable as well. That's not the way I like to do it though, so let's take a peek at it. We go like this. This would be our A flat, our one chord. This is going to go to B flat minor that looks like this. I should mention you can download these diagrams for free from my website. There'll be a link in the description there. So B flat minor, my 3 chord is going to be C minor. This is going to go to D flat major, so we're back to that first shape. E flat major is my 5th, same shape. Now we're going to go up to F minor. This is my 6th. Now this diminished shape's a bit of a reach for sure. We get this G diminished. Again, you could play this like this if you wanted. So this is 15, 16, 15 would be the fingering. And then I end up back at my A flat. And now what I do whenever I come up in this key, I want to go all the way back down. So I'll get my G diminished again, F minor, E flat major, D flat major, C minor, B flat minor, A flat major. And these are really just such beautiful big open chords. I love the sound of these. But now let's take a look at what happens if we put our third in the bass. So now, where our previous voicing we had root, 5th, and then 3rd up top, these third and bass chords are going to go 3rd, root, and then 5th on top. So for this, let's use the key of, let's do E flat this time. So I'm starting down here. It's my E flat major. Then I go up to F minor. G minor is going to be my 3 minor. This is going to climb to A flat major, B flat major. Here I get C minor. Now here I get my diminished shape, D diminished, then E flat major again. Then again, as I did going up, I'm going to go back down. This will fall to here. sorry, C minor. Then we get B flat, A flat, G minor, F minor, E flat major. And so what we're doing is we're going through and harmonizing this major scale. We're playing each chord of the key. And now we're going to do this again with the fifth in the bass. Let's use the friendly key of C major for this one. So this one is going to go fifth, third, root as your top voice. And for C major, our first chord is going to look like this. We're going to climb up to D minor. Then we get E minor. Now we're going to go up even further. We get F. Now here G, A minor. Here we get B diminished. This one's a bit of a reach. And then lastly we end up again on C, B diminished, A minor. It's going to fall down to G, F, E minor, D minor, C, way down here. And if this takes you a little bit of time to get comfortable, that's totally normal. It's really tricky to get some of these voicings under your fingers, and it'll definitely take a little bit of time. But this is a really good exercise of just picking a key, running through all your majors and minors in it, and going through a harmonized major scale to get used to making these shapes and changing between them. And then the next step would be taking a look at actually applying them to songs you're working on. So say you were working on a song that started with, you know, an E flat major chord, then maybe G7, then maybe it falls to F. I'm thinking of F minor, sorry. I'm thinking of I'll Be Seeing You, the old jazz standard. So if we're thinking of I'll Be Seeing You, we get this kind of sound of then C, then F minor, B flat. So it's a really beautiful sound. It almost sounds like Bach to me when we just use these beautiful triads. So anyways, that's pretty much it for today. I'll do 2 more videos on this subject where I use the root on A string chords and the root on D string chords for these as well. But I hope you found this useful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe. It helps me out more than you can know. Again, you can download the diagrams that were up here for free from my website, link to that in the description. If you'd like to take a guitar lesson with me, I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. I take all genres and all levels of students. I've actually been connecting with quite a few of you from YouTube, and it's been really fun to connect. And lastly, I've got new videos coming out every Monday and every Thursday, and I would love to see you in the next one. So until I do, I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar.